Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? It's your man Pristine, back with another video. So here before you, ladies and gentlemen, is the LG Wing. Now, I am super excited about this device because honestly, I've really been feeling lately like smartphones have hit a bit of a ceiling, which is one of the main reasons why I'm so very excited and ecstatic about foldable devices, because I really feel as though that's the direction that mobile phones are headed. And just the conventional glass slabs, I mean, there are some differences, but a lot of the differences are very minute, unless you're talking about a budget versus a flagship, which obviously a flagship is going to be it's going to have much more offerings than a budget device, although a lot of budget devices nowadays have gotten really good. But I mean, just the conventional glass slab, I mean, the overall look and feel of these devices, different manufacturers, but a lot of the stuff are the same. You know what I mean? And so just right when you feel as though the game is just getting real stale, then boom, LG just comes out of the woodwork just like that with the LG Wing. So keep it locked and let's check this bad boy out. You may want to stay tuned for this one if you've never heard of the LG Wing, because this is about to get crazy. All right. Now, in typical unboxing fashion, those of you that know me, I'm going to read down the most important specifications of the device, and then we'll go ahead and crack it out the box, look at the inbox contents, take a look at the hardware, turn the device on, poke around with the software a little bit, take a couple of photos, test out that camera and see what that's looking like, and then we'll go ahead and close out the video. All right. Timestamps will be available down below in the description box. My unboxings tend to be a little long-winded just because I want to try to show as much as I possibly can, and I do all that to help you guys make an informed decision on what your next smartphone purchase may be. And then, that'll be followed up with a dedicated camera review. And then that'll be followed up with the Pristine review, which is just my overall thoughts and impressions of the device after extensive use. So keep it locked here at Pristine Mobile Tech. Got so much to come. All right. But right now we covering the LG Wing. Let's go. Now, first off, this phone is a Verizon exclusive. You can get it through your Verizon wireless carrier, or you can get it on LG's website for a cool $999.99. $1,000. Yes, this phone is $1,000. But I mean, in comparison to a lot of the other foldable devices that are out there, or phones that have some kind of folding capabilities, I gotta say that this isn't too bad of a price. Okay, a lot of foldable devices are, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500. We see some up in the 2,000 range, with the Galaxy Fold, the Galaxy Z Fold. I mean, so, I feel like, this is a bit of an undercut in price for a lot of the foldable, or, whether it be, open book foldables or clamshell foldables, say like the Moto Razr or the Z Flip. Those devices are, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500. So $1,000 for a much, in my opinion, a more interesting take on multitasking. I think that it's worth every penny. Now, we've got a 6.8-inch rotating POLED 1080 by 2460 pixel display. Okay, yes, I said a 6.8 rotating POLED display. We've got a 395 PPI pixel density. We've got a Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and back of this bad boy. We've got an 87% screen to body ratio. And then we've got a secondary GOLED 1080 by 1240 pixel display at 3.9 inches when the screen rotates. Now, the internal specifications, we've got a Snapdragon 765G. This is a 5G enabled device. We've got an octa-core CPU. We've got an Adreno 620 GPU. We've got 128 gigabytes of onboard storage, micro SD card slot for memory expansion. We've got 8 gigabytes of RAM running Android 10. All right, not sure. I'm pretty sure this phone is going to get the update to Android 11, but I'm just not exactly sure when that's going to be. Now, as far as the cameras, on the rear of this device, we've got triple lenses. We've got a 64 megapixel wide angle sensor with PDAF and optical image stabilization. We've got a 13 megapixel ultra wide sensor and another 12 megapixel ultra wide sensor. So we've got two ultra wide sensors. All right. Now, as far as recording, we've got 4K recording at 30 or 60 frames per second. We've got 1080p recording at 30 and 60 FPS, and we do have gyro electronic image stabilization on board as well. Now, for the front-facing camera, we've got a motorized pop-up 32 megapixel sensor at f1.9 aperture. This is a 26 millimeter wide lens. We've got HDR capabilities, 1080p recording at 30 frames per second, no 4K recording with the front camera. Now for the battery, we've got a 4,000 milliamp hour non-removable battery. We do have fast charging. We've got wireless charging. We've got quick charge 4.0 plus, and this is a USB Type-C port 3.1. All right, now the colors that you can get this device in, you can get it in Aurora Gray, and really, yeah, Aurora Gray is really the only color option that I see. Now, additional features, we've got an under-the-display optical fingerprint sensor, NFC, Bluetooth 5.1. Again, as I mentioned, a rotating display, dual displays. We've got an AP rating of IP54 splash proof, and it's got a water repellent coating. And again, as I mentioned, this device is 5G enabled. And the different modes that we've got, because of the way in which you can rotate this device, you've got basic mode, swivel mode, and gimbal mode. And I will show you that once we get this out of the box, which we are going to do right now. So again, as you can see, it says wing right there. On the right of the box, you've just got your IEMI, serial number, all that kind of stuff. On the bottom, Qualcomm Snapdragon 5G right there, and then the packaging contents and a bunch of other literature right there. But let's go ahead and crack this bad boy out the BizOx. Okay, so right off top, when we open up the box, here is our device. Wow, now this device, it's got some heft to it, but it's long, right? I believe this is a 21:9 aspect ratio. You can see how thick it is because it's got that rotating display. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, we've got the power buttons here, volume rocker. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that button, how the buttons are set up. Look at that. Can you guys see that? The buttons, I mean, they're kind of flush. I mean, there's no rigidity with the power button, but you know that that's the power button here. It sits on the bottom of the volume rocker. Here's the volume rockers up and down, and then the power button is right here. But wow, the phone, it's thick because you can rotate the display. Wow, yeah, this is crazy. So yeah, let's go ahead and power on the device and set it aside while it's booting up. I know we got some juice here. LG Wing, there we go. All right, so set the device aside, and what is this? LG Pay. This is just some information from LG, and then LG, they've got their own Pay app. If you want to do that, you are more than welcome to. And what might we have here? This is just some more paperwork. Yeah, meet your phone, important consumer safety information, product and safety warning, blah blah blah. Okay, we'll file that aside. Here, what do we got here? Okay, so there is no 3.5 millimeter jack, so we've got a Type-C to 3.5 dongle. So cool that they put that in the box. Here is our wall adapter. I'm not exactly sure what the wattage is on this, but it's looking pretty thick. I know this phone's got super fast charging. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is our Type-C to Type-C cord for the wall adapter. And that seems to be everything that we get inside of the box. No protective cases or anything like that, which is typical for a lot of these $1,000 devices. I could never understand why a phone that cost $1,000 and above won't come with a protective case. We have to spend additional monies to protect our devices, but let you get a $200, $300, $400, $500 device and everything is all inclusive. Like that blows my mind. But that's what they do us. Shout out to the iPhone 12 here. Unboxing coming for that soon. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, I got a lot coming. Here we go with the LG Wing. And so this is what it looks like at the startup. Again, this is that big 6.8 inch display. To the right, we've got, again, the power button and the volume rockers. up and down. We've got a little antenna line right there. At the top of the device, we've got the, this is the SIM tray. All right. And this little slot right there that you can see right there, that's the pop-up camera. All right. We've got another antenna line right here to the left of the device and another one here to the right of the device. All right. Now on the left, we've got another antenna line here. I don't know. Actually, no, here's our SIM tray. So what is this? Okay, so this just must be a noise canceling mic there, or just one of the mics on the device. Here's our SIM tray here on the side. Okay, bottom of the device, we've got another noise canceling mic, Type-C port, antenna line on the left and the right, and then here's one of the bottom firing speakers. I believe this phone does have dual stereo speakers. And then on the rear, here is our tri-cam system setup, and those are some pretty big lenses. The cameras, they protrude slightly, but it's nothing real dramatic. And then you can see the display, you know, it bleeds over the edges ever so slightly. Like it's not like a waterfall or like a water drop display. You know, and obviously, you know, it has to stop at some point because the screen rotates. And so this is what that looks like when you rotate the screen. And it actually feels really good when you do that. I mean, the hinge on this feels really good. I mean, it doesn't feel like cheap. It doesn't make any weird sounding noises when you're rotating it that would indicate that you're damaging your device. I mean, it's just a nice little sliding sensation. It's got some good feeling springs on it. I mean, and yeah, man. I mean, this is insane. And so yeah, that is that, ladies and gentlemen, is the hardware right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video for a moment and, you know, get all my information put into this bad boy, and then we'll come back and poke around with the software, take a look at some of the features and functions. Like I said, we'll get into the camera, take a couple of photos and see what those are looking like, and then we'll close the video out. All right, hold it down. All right, y'all, so we back in. So man, I gotta say, man, the time, you know, it's been about hour and a half, you know, maybe a couple of hours, you know, that I've been playing with this phone and getting everything situated and set up on it. I had a couple of other things take place during the in-between time that I had to attend to. But this is what I'm talking about, man. When I really think about tech innovation, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And it also brings up another point that, you know, LG, It bothers me how slept on LG is in the mobile phone industry. You know, it seems as though they're always in the shadow of Samsung and Apple, and it doesn't really ever seem as though they get the recognition that they deserve, when a lot of times I feel like they innovate and they are the leader in a lot of different mobile technologies. And this just being another example. I mean, right when it just seemed as though, you know, we got some excitement going with these foldable devices, but it was, you know, right when it seems like just your typical glass sandwich just hit a ceiling, and, you know, it's like, man, give us something new and exciting to get excited about. You know what I'm saying? All these phones that come out, it's just the same old thing, you know, whether it be Apple or Android, you know, it's, man, give us something different. Like, you know, the Surface Duo, I credit Microsoft for making an attempt, but the software on that device is just trash. And so, you know, I'm hoping that the second generation of the Duo will be much better than the first generation. I understand the concept and what they're trying to do, but at the same time, you can't put out something like that and the software just be terrible, you know, because my experience with the Duo was horrendous, and that's why I had to get rid of it. But then here comes the LG Wing. Now, looking at it head on like this, I mean, this is just going to look like your conventional smartphone, right? You know, you're going to see it and be like, oh, okay, just another big phone, you know. I mean, you know, big phones are the thing nowadays. You know, everybody's got a big phone. I mean, so, you know, but when you can take the phone and you can swivel the display, and now you've got two displays. I mean, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a freaking game changer. This is a game changer. Like, some people like want to just minimize this and just, oh, well, you know, whatever, you know, it's a gimmicky phone, man. In my opinion, this is not just a gimmicky phone. In my opinion, this is bleeding edge technology to really push forward just the thinking when you're talking about, you know, a mobile experience overall. And, you know, a lot of these foldable phones, what are they pushing? Your ability to multitask. All right. And so this just gives you a different way of doing it, right? It's not your conventional open like a book, like say your Galaxy Fold, or you got your nostalgic devices out there like your Moto Razors. You got the Samsung renditions of those with the clamshell openings and closings with the Galaxy Z Flip. Like this is something completely different. Like a lot of the other foldable devices, they don't have this form factor, nor is their technology like this. This stands in a class of its own, in my personal opinion. I mean, this is crazy to me. And so, I mean, yeah, So the way the phone feels in the hand, it's got a 21:9 aspect ratio. The phone, it's long. I've gotten used to that aspect ratio. It's not a problem to hold in the hand. I mean, most people will find this device to be an absolute delight while you're holding it. Now the thing is, it's a little chunky. Some people may say it's more chunkier than their overall liking. I mean, obviously, you could see that crease right there at the bottom where the screen swivels. To me, it's not overkill. I mean, I'm so used to wielding bigger devices. I mean, and that's exactly what this feels like. This just feels like another bigger device. It's a little hefty. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but it's not cumbersome at all, in my personal opinion. All right. I mean, so, I've got really small hands, and you see how I'm just able to, to handle this thing and just maneuver my hands around it with absolutely no problems at all whatsoever. I mean, so, but I can see how, the girth and how tall the display is may be, bothersome to some. But I mean, if you're really looking for just a completely different experience, man, it doesn't get any better than this, man. This is just unreal to me. Now, again, as I mentioned, we've got a Snapdragon 765G processor. Some people may bark at the fact that, oh, well, why does it have a Snapdragon 7 series processor in it? How come they didn't give us the Snapdragon 865? How can they charge $1,000 for a device and it's not even a flagship? Well, look, with this particular technology being what it is, the phone is 5G enabled. The Snapdragon 765G in particular was created to handle 5G computing in a mobile device. And, the Snapdragon 765G is like a upper tier, mid-range slash flagship caliber SoC chip. I mean, so a lot of times you're not going to see too much of a difference in performance and speeds and things if you've got this phone side by side with, say, a device that has a Snapdragon 865 processor in it. You're just not. You know what I mean? This thing has got 8 gigs of RAM. You see how I'm just breezing through applications, or just the different pages that I've got applications, and there's no stuttering at all whatsoever. When you swipe hard to the left, or to the right rather, this is going to bring up your Google feed, and this is where I get a lot of scores, a lot of information on different devices, a lot of news on my favorite players, news on new phones, just all kinds of stuff, right? I mean, so that's dope that we've got that there. We swipe back to the left to get back to the home display. You are able to change the display in settings so that you can have this particular setup where you can have all your applications on different pages, or if you would just rather have an app tray or an app drawer, and you can just keep your home screens clean and then just hit the app drawer button to access all your apps. You can change that, and you can do that. Now we do have an under the display optical fingerprint sensor. You can see the always on display right there, which I think it's cool that, LG, they give you a lot of different options on how you want your always on display to look like. So, you take a look at that, double tap the display. LG, they have the double tap to wake the screen, double tap to lock the screen. They actually originated that. And so, a little bit of history lesson. If you didn't realize that a lot of these devices nowadays that give you that option to double tap the display to lock it, or double tap the screen to wake it up. Yeah, LG started that. Yeah, they originated that back in their G series long time ago. The G1, the LG G2, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they did that. They did that. And now that's just a normal feature in a lot of Android devices that have come out over the years. But you can say there's our under the display optical fingerprint sensor. Now, it's not the fastest, but it does work 100% of the time. It's not like, OnePlus or Xiaomi fast or anything like that. You saw the little animation right there. Okay, so you just got to rest your thumb on it, make sure that your thumb is in a proper position, and it's going to open up the display with no issues at all whatsoever. Now, let's see. What are some applications? Where's YouTube at? Where's my Google app? Let's just open up some stuff. Wow, really? Where's my Google feed? And I got this phone from Verizon. It comes with a lot of bloatware on it, which I'm definitely going to be... Okay, Marquez put out the review for the Pixel 5, so I'm going to have to check that out. Shout out to my man Marquez, doing it real big. But you can see here that as the different things load up, it just breezes right through this with no problems at all whatsoever. And so you saw how fast it got into the application. Pop into YouTube Music real quick, load that up. And you see it doesn't take long at all to get into these applications. All right. We got Maps right here. Okay. You see how it just popped right into Maps with no issues at all whatsoever. Okay. Just to kind of give you an idea of the overall performance of this thing. Let's see, if we want to go shopping, we'll pop into bestbuy.com or the Best Buy app. Okay, they're advertising the new iPhones real tough because they just came out yesterday. It is Saturday, the 24th of October. The new iPhones were released yesterday. I do have the product red iPhone 12, so stay tuned because I got that unboxing that's going to be coming very shortly. And so, yeah, just to give you a brief demonstration on how this phone performs. Obviously, we've got the touch gestures, or if you want to enable the bottom buttons on the bottom, you can definitely do that. But the way this device looks, I mean, it just looks super clean without those navigation keys at the bottom. And I've just gotten so used to the touch gestures, and so you just swipe up, and as you would on any of the other devices that have swipe gestures, you swipe up and hold, and that's going to take you to all of your recents. And of course, if you want to go back into YouTube, I had to load it back up there for whatever reason. Didn't take long, but it did have to reload it. If I want to go back to Best Buy, just pops right back into Best Buy. Let's see. If I want to go back into YouTube Music, it's still just right there, holds everything in the RAM. So, yeah, I mean, different apps that you've got open, on the little bar, the navigation bar right there at the bottom. You just swipe to the right or the left to access all of the applications that you've currently got open. Okay. Swipe up and hold to access them all. And then if you want to clear them all out, just hit clear all, and it gets rid of them all just like that. Now, let's see. Let's pop into the settings real quick. Make sure everything is aligned properly because I've got OCD big time. But yeah, so again, the dark mode is enabled. Obviously, all black everything, no racist. But I just really love the way that all black looks. If you scroll down from the top, this is going to take you to your quick toggles. I like the fact that by default, you've got your brightness and your volume sliders right there for you to control. And then, of course, if you swipe down again, this is going to take you to all of your quick toggles, which, as you can see, you get a whole plethora of them. You've got your internet, sound, Bluetooth, rotation, screenshot, flashlight, location, airplane mode, mobile data, mobile hotspot, battery saver, data saver, comfort view, screen recording, LG, 3D sound engine, do not disturb, sync NFC, screen sharing, and nearby share. And If you want to customize these, you just hit that little pin icon right there, and you can just, click and drag and put these quick toggles wherever you'd like, and then just hit the little check right there at the top right, and that's going to be the new orientation of all of your quick toggles. Swipe back up. This is going to get you to all of your notifications. Highlights here, I don't want to see that, because those of you that don't know, I'm a huge Florida State Seminole fan to the heart. If you cut my skin, I will bleed garnet and gold, and they're having a painful season. They just got ran through by Louisville this morning. They beat the number 5 team in the nation last week in North Carolina, and then they come back and get blown out by a 1-4 team. Wasn't quite expecting that, so I'm a little bit in my feelings about that. So I'll swipe away that notification, because I ain't trying to be reminded of what just happened. But in the settings, again, we've got network and internet, connected devices, sound, notifications, that will pop into display. And display, you get a lot of different options here. We've got basic home, and if you go to basic home, this is where you are able to access whether or not you want to have different pages for your home screens, or if you want to change that and just have an app drawer, this is where you go to do it. So we've got select home, screen swipe effect, which I'm gonna change that. I like that carousel. You know what I mean? I always switch that. And actually, LG was the one who also originated giving us the ability to change the different swiping effects and gestures and stuff on the screen. Just really giving us more of an ability to customize our experiences with our mobile devices. I mean, they just get slept on and just don't get the credit they deserve at all, man. I really despise that. But yeah, icon shapes. If you want to change the shape of your icons, change it to cylinder, just give it a little bit of a different look. Google feed, that's if you swipe hard to the right from the home screen, and that's going to give you your Google feed, which I just displayed not that long ago. Sort apps by name or alphabetically. Okay, so you can change that, whether or not you want your apps in alphabetical order. Hide apps, swipe down on the home screen to access notification panel, but you can change that to do an integrated search or nothing. We'll just keep it on notifications panel. Swipe up on the home screen to, now that's going to be integrated search or nothing. And if you're wondering what the integrated search is, if you swipe up from the bottom of the screen, this is the integrated search. And so this is going to give you the ability to search for anything that's within your device. If you don't feel like looking for it in the settings, or you don't quite remember where you put something, then the integrated search, you just type it in the search bar right there, and it's going to take you right to it as long as it's within the device. That's what integrated search is. All right. So let's pop back into settings, display, basic home. And then again, you click on select home. And again, this is where if you want home screen or home with separate apps list. And so when you select separate apps list and hit apply, then you're going to get, you see, now I'm not swiping pages. Okay. But when I swipe up, then this is going to take me to my app drawer. So if you just want your home screen experience to be super clean, and you just want to have the scrolling ability just to swipe to your Google feed, but nothing else, then you can do that. Okay. And then you've got all your applications right here on in your app drawer, and your home screen, with the exception of the apps that you want on your home screen, is super clean. Or if you don't want any apps on your home screen, you can just have just that that nice looking wallpaper to really show off how vibrant and beautiful that display is. And, you can access your apps in the app drawer whenever you feel the need to do so. All right, so let's pop back in settings, display, go back to home, select home, and we'll go back and hit apply. Actually, easy home, that's just more like an easy mode. For those of you that feel as though the experience it can be a bit complex, you just hit easy mode, and LG's UI will simplify things for you. And yeah, you won't have to worry much. Now you see when I change it, then here are all my applications again back on the home screen. Now, you know what? I won't even say sadly, because people really make a big deal about this. about this whole, 90 hertz or 120 hertz. Would I prefer for the devices that I have to have that? Yeah, just because I've experienced it and I like how smooth it is. But is it really a determining factor? Absolutely not. It's really not. And so, this display, it's at 60 hertz. And as you can see, things, they scroll just fine. It's very responsive to the touch. It's not, people make it seem like if a phone doesn't have either 90 hertz display refresh rate or 120 hertz refresh rate, or depending on what device you have, 144 hertz refresh rate. We see that refresh rate on a lot of the gaming devices. They make it seem like the display is trash, or the scrolling ability is just trash, and they just make it seem like, oh, well, it's just so choppy and blah blah blah. No, it's not. Okay, don't believe the hype. If a device not having a higher refresh rate than 60 hertz is a determining factor, in spite of all of its other greatness or goodness, then I guess you're entitled to that. To each their own. You know what I'm saying? But that is not a determining factor for me. Okay, now, so swivel home. So this is when you swivel the display. We've got swipe down on the home screen for the notifications panel, multi-app shortcuts, swipe down on the home screen, and what does that say? Open settings, swivel screen, select swipe effect for the screen. So I also want that to be the carousel, and I'll show you what that looks like once I get back into the home screen. Then, app drawer icon. No, I don't need that for the outer display. And then home screen lock. All right, so, second screen, you can toggle the brightness, the second screen apps, swivel to view notifications. You got night mode, screen mode. Now, for screen mode, this is where you're able to toggle how you want your screen to look. Right now, by default, it's on natural, and, it's got a couple of different pictures that will show you what things look like if you were to change the color. So again, this is on natural. This looks beautiful. When you go to vivid, it oversaturates a little bit. I don't quite mind that because I like for my colors to pop. All right. Then you got cinema, and then custom. And when you go to custom, that's when it gives you the ability to toggle the color temperature, whether you want it warmer, which gives it more of a yellowish hue, or cooler, which gives it more of a blue tint to it. And you can also toggle the RGB, the red, the green, the blue. And if you want to get advanced with it, you can toggle the saturation, the hue, and the sharpness. Okay, so this phone just really gives you a lot of different options to really customize how you want your display to look. And again, this is a 6.8-inch POLED panel. So things are going to look very, very nice. Now, it's not a 4K display. It's a 1080p screen, but who cares? You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of people, just making it seem like a 1080p display is horrible. It's not. You know what I mean? A lot of times I can't even really tell the difference if you're looking at a 1080p screen versus a 4K screen side by side. At least on mobile phones, maybe on like TVs, but mobile phones, these displays are so small, they're bigger due to cell phone standards, but like compared to a TV, obviously, come on, man, these devices are tiny compared to TVs. So, for now, I'm just going to keep it on natural, and we'll just keep it going down the list. Okay, so you got video enhancer, and let me see, what does that do? Watch full screen videos and brighter and more vibrant colors. Okay, well, yeah, so if you want brighter and more vibrant colors, then you go ahead and turn that on. This is where you can change your font, accent colors, again, customization, giving you the ability to really customize, the different colors. And you've only, you got green, purple, blue, orange, and like a hot pink. You know what I mean? We'll just rock with the blue, hit apply. And, it's applying. And it's going to change all those greens to blue. You see that? All right. So, what's this? Auto? No, that's auto brightness. Extra brightness. Screen timeout. I just got that on 10 minutes for the sake of the video so that the video doesn't keep going to, or the phone doesn't keep going to sleep throughout the duration of the video. Auto rotate screen, screensaver, one-handed screen. And then at the bottom, looking for something else. And, depending on where you're at, the phone will make suggestions if it thinks you're looking for something else. And then those options will be down here in the bottom, and you can click on that. And hopefully, if that's what you're looking for, then the device will take you there. All right. Pardon me. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the display settings. Then, of course, after display, we've got wallpaper and themes, lock screen and security, privacy, location, extensions. Now, when you pop into extensions, this is smart cleaning, personalized service, extended view, on swivel mode, gaming. Now, that's app permissions. If we click on gaming, game launcher, game tools, game graphics, break time. And so, if you want to toggle those things on while you're gaming, then that's what they're there for. Now, I'm going to turn all these things off because I'm sure all these things being on suck battery. And I don't game on my devices. And so it doesn't make sense to have all the gaming modes and things on if I don't game on my phone. So I just go ahead and turn that stuff off and help me conserve some battery life. And I suggest you do the same if you decide to rock with this device and you too don't play games on your smartphone. All right. Then we got screen recording, dual app, pin, shortcuts, knock on, increased touch sensitivity. Say like if you're handling your device with gloves or something like that, you want to increase the sensitivity, then you can do that. But you just want to be mindful that when you slip your phone in your pocket while the touch sensitivity is enabled, that you make sure that the screen is locked, because you can very easily hit something that you don't want to hit, have apps opening, but dialing people. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that is what's under extensions. Then you got application manager, battery, storage, accounts, digital well-being and parental controls, Google, system updates, accessibility, and user guide. Now, there was a system update that hit the account or that hit the phone right when I turned it on. So that's always a good thing to see. I think it was updating it to the latest security patch. If we go to memory here, you see I've got 3.9 gigs of memory that have been used. Out of the 8 gigs that we have on the device, which is not bad. And this is, language and keyboard, date and time, memory, backup, restart, and reset, about phone, and regulatory and safety. If we go into about phone, this again is the LG Wing. I'll cover up that information there because it's got some personal information on it right there. But then if we go into status, well, yeah, that's also going to give you the IMI and all that jazz. Software info. Okay, Android 10. So the security patch level is on September. We're in October, so I'm hoping that sometime soon that this phone will get the October security patch, just to make sure that it's staying on par with the current months, to make sure that you've got the most updated security patches possible. But I mean, September, it was just a month away, so it's not really a big deal. Again, Android 10, just for all of you that wanted to confirm that is the operating system that is running on this device, there it is for you. All right. So that's everything that we've got under the settings menu. And man, I thought I changed that swipe effect. So let me go back into display. And where's it at? See, basic home, screen swipe effect, carousel. Oh, I didn't hit apply. So just make sure whenever you change something that you hit apply so that it would apply it. Okay. Now here we go. Okay, so now that carousel. Ah, yes. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. It just looks like the applications are just gonna pop out of the screen at you. Oh man, that just looks so lovely. It just looks so lovely, like my man Plies would say. You know what I'm saying? Lovely. Woo. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I like that. I like that customization. You know what I'm saying? I love that customization. Ain't it interesting, ladies and gentlemen, how Apple just released that that iOS 14.1 or something like that, and now all of a sudden, you got the ability to maneuver applications around, and now you can have widgets on your display and stuff like that. Ain't it interesting how Android has been doing that for many, 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 many years? Many years. You had the ability to put apps where you want them, have widgets, have folders, maneuver folders around where you want them, right? All that stuff. And now it's like a selling point with this guy right here. This is the iPhone 12. You see, I ain't even cracked it out the plastic yet. I'm saving it for the unboxing. And I don't even really know why people get excited about Apple. I ain't trying to dump all over them, man. I understand they got a huge following, and unfortunately, whatever they put out, people are going to buy it. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. And these Apple fanboys and fangirls are so brainwashed and just loving whatever Apple does when Android just gives you so much more, man. You people tell me an iPhone that's touching this. You show me an iPhone that's touching this LG Wing, and I understand, Apple they got a foldable device in the works. You know what I'm saying? I get it. They got to. You know what I'm saying? Because Android manufacturers are killing them. You know what I'm saying? Foldable devices is the next big thing, and Apple, they gotta have a piece of that. So I get it. But this is ridiculous, right? This is stupid, man. Now let's let's change the game real quick, ladies and gents. Let's change the game. Swivel the display. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh, I had to sing it to y'all, man. Let's change the game real quick, man. Let's change the game. Now, hold up a second. Hold up. Now, here is my Moto Razr 5G. And, this is dope. This is dope. I mean, this is, for the sake of nostalgia, it has a very nostalgic look and feel. It's dope, right? Like, I like it. I like it a lot. But come on, son. Come on, done, son. Look at multitasking. Right? This is ridiculous. Yeah, man. I mean, this right here, this is game changing, man. This is revolutionary. Like, okay, we see foldable devices, but I mean, there ain't no foldable devices that are doing it like this, right? Okay, so you got multitasking. You can have an app up here on the main display, and then you've got this. What is this display here? What is the aspect ratio? This is a 3.9 inch display here on the bottom, and this is a very interesting aspect ratio, right? Now, the Moto Razr here, this little outer display, this is a 2.7 inch display. And the reason why that display right there on the outside of the Moto Razr is one of the main reasons why I would always choose the Razr over the Z Flip, because the Z Flip has an insult of an LED screen on the front of it. That's just insulting. It's just insulting. Yeah, I mean, it's just downright insulting. So it's like I'm just not even entertaining the Z Flip, and it's like my flip phone of current choice is I gotta roll with the nostalgic Moto Razr 5G 2020, which is what this is. And there's an unboxing video that's up on that, so you guys be sure to go and check that out. But yeah, man, I mean, this is insane, right? So you can do all kinds of little cool things with this phone. Now, we've got app pairs right here. You can create different pairs of applications. And what that is when you click on one, you click on a pair like so. And then, you got YouTube at the top. Shout out to my man Lou at Unboxed Therapy. You know what I'm saying? Unboxing every iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro. I see you, bro. I'm going to check you out. Okay. So we got YouTube up top. Oh, my man Big Jaw got a new video. Man, all right. Peep that too. If y'all ain't hit, man, check out Big Jaw, man. He's one of these YouTube comedians, man, making hilarious videos. Y'all got to check him out. But you can see I got YouTube at the top, and then I got Google on the bottom. So it's like I can web browse while I'm watching a YouTube video. So, you know, multitasking, right? Or if I just want to do something else, if I want to open up maps at the top while I'm web browsing on Google and just searching for whatever I'm searching for, I can do that. Okay, but you can put together these little pairs. And so, like, say if I want maps at the top and YouTube music on the bottom. Okay, well, here's maps and here's YouTube music, or Spotify or Apple Music, whatever your choice of whatever your music streaming app is. You know what I'm saying? And so you see that, I mean, this is ridiculous, man. Now, I don't game on my phones, but I saved this. I didn't delete this game just yet because this is Asphalt 9 Legends. But I just wanted to show something real quick. I saw this in another video, and it's interesting. Like, while you're playing this game, you can flip it around like so. And you're gaming, you're controlling everything here. And you see when you flip it around, then the screen also knows that it's been flipped upside down. And so it changes the apps towards you so that the apps aren't upside down. You see what I'm saying? And so, actually, I'm just going to cancel that. But what happens is while you're playing the game, like this is a driving game, obviously. While you're driving and controlling all the awesomeness on the main screen, on the screen up here, it shows like a map of where you're going while you're playing the game. And I believe there's other games that are able to take advantage of this top display as well. Which, I mean, that is super, super, super cool, right? Now, again, I'm not a gamer on my mobile devices, and so I'll mostly be just multitasking by doing two different things at once, watching YouTube, you know, doing some banking, or, you know, YouTube going at the top, Spotify going at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. I don't game on my mobile devices, but I mean, if you are the type to game on your mobile phones, then you're definitely in for a treat. But like, say right here, I'm in Google Play, and let's see, if I want to just pull up YouTube on the bottom display, then, you know, I could be searching Google Play for things to download. And while I've got YouTube on the bottom display, right? It's like, how filthy is that, man? And, you know, I understand, okay, you know, the Galaxy Z Fold 2, you know, they're really pushing, you know, multitasking hard and just having the ability to do 3 different things at once. You know, the Surface Duo, you know, you got 2 separate displays where you can do things, right? And that's cool, right? That's cool. Even though I think the Surface Duo really underperforms in the software category. But this, what I see you, Flossie. Flossie got that iPhone 12 unboxing 7 hours ago. I'm going to check you out. That's my guy. I know my man Jay Will, he's going to have some on that iPhone too. Shout out to my man Jay Will as well. He's doing big things on the channel. If y'all ain't hip, check him out. Smartphone Conversations. So, yeah, man, I mean, lot of cool things that you can do with this particular form factor. And like I said, I mean, this phone, not even to say that this is what it's about, but like I said, when it's closed, you're just going to think that this is just a conventional smartphone. But when you rotate that display, people's minds are going to blow. People are going to be mind blown. There's no way that you couldn't be mind blown. If I didn't know anything about this device and I seen somebody with this, I'm like, man, what in the hell is that, bro? You know, like, man, you got to put me on. This is innovation. This is tech innovation. This is what I get excited about. Now, real quick, I'm going to show you something real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and get to these cameras. And the hinge, it feels extremely premium. It doesn't feel cheap. Like I said, it doesn't make any weird sounds or anything when you rotate the display. This phone is very well crafted. Again, we got Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and the back of this bad boy. There is some durability. Cases are probably going to be limited, but I know that there will be cases out there. hoping that I can get a case for this phone for a decent price. My Moto Razr 5G here. Typically, I get most of my cases on Amazon, and I don't pay any more than $15 for them. Most of my cases that I get for all of my devices, I'm paying anywhere from like $7-8 to $15, right? But because of the form factor of the Razr, a lot of the cases that are going to be available for it on Amazon, at least, pardon me, they're not going to be available to like mid-November or December. And I'm like, I'm not waiting that damn long to protect my phone. You know what I'm saying? I got my main SIM card in this bad boy right now. I'm about to be rocking this joint and really testing it and putting it through its paces, getting it ready for the full pristine review. So I found a case. There's a Moto case by Motorola that I had to order. $60. So that's another thing, if you guys are thinking about investing in these kinds of devices, be mindful. You know what I'm saying? Because of the different form factors, they're not going to have just a vast array of case options like you do with, say, Samsung devices or these iPhones. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you find cases for these bad boys everywhere and a multitude of different manufacturers. I got people, in my emails, wanting to send me all kind of cases, for this phone right here. And I got to get on the case review stuff, man. I really got to get on that. I've done a couple of them. But yeah, I gotta be more consistent with that. So stay tuned, y'all, because I'm gonna have some case reviews and things coming up, just helping you guys make some informed decisions on case options and how you should protect your devices. But yeah, so what I wanted to show real quick was now I did a restore from my Note 20, and I don't have games on my phone. So I just want to show you guys the bloatware. Look at this, man. Asphalt 9, Final Fantasy. Okay, I have an Apple Music subscription, but I feel like Apple Music doesn't really play well on Android devices. It's weird. So when I'm on Android devices, then I'm mostly using Spotify. When I'm on my Apple devices, then I'll use Apple Music. But I have my Spotify apps downloaded on my Apple devices as well. So I just kind of go back and forth. So whatever. But I'm probably going to erase that because I'm probably not going to use Apple Music on this device. But Google Plus, what game is this? Big Farm, Solitaire. What is this? Pop Slots. Star Trek game. Toy Blast. Toon Blast. There's just like a whole plethora of games that came preloaded on this device. And, I get it. Like, with that, obviously these are going to be games that are going to support that swivel option and give you the ability to have the main aspect of the game on the bigger display, and then there's going to be other options and things that you may be able to take advantage of on the smaller 3.9-inch display. But I'm going to be erasing all of those games because, like I said, I just don't game on my mobile devices. Now, let's enough about that. Let's get to these cameras. Okay, let's get to the cameras. Now, we're gonna get it back in swivel mode. And let's go to the camera. Now check this out. Now this is where it just gets stupid, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it gets crazy. All right, so yeah, as I was saying, this is where it gets nuts. Now, this is the viewfinder. Again, we've got a triple camera system on the rear, looking real Samsung-ish right there from the back, right? We've got a 64 megapixel wide angle lens. We've got a 13 megapixel ultra wide and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. Nice little like Kevlar-ish looking design right there on the back. Can you guys see that? See those lines? Like that looks pretty dope. But yeah, let's go back into the camera. This is so filthy. At the top display, you've got your viewfinder. And things are crystal clear as they ought to be. But then on the bottom here, you've got your controls. And You can do cool little things like if you want to lock the image on something, or just, you can just click and hold lock. Okay. You got to click and hold it. Now, if you want to, in the middle here, you hold that. If you want to move it to the right, look at that, man. Or move it to the left. The lens is moving. I'm not moving the device. If you want to move it down, you want to move it up. Like, that is crazy. And then if you want to recenter it, recalibrate the sensor so that it goes back to normal, you just hit the back button right there. And then you've got gimbal mode, which is what this mode is. You've got dual recording, which I don't know if you saw that, but we've got up. Okay, I want to make sure that I'm properly showing this to you, ladies and gentlemen. But let's see. So let me go back in gimbal mode. Okay, now if I go into dual recording, okay, we're dual recording now. So on the right, there's me, and on the left, there's the other camera facing the viewfinder, facing that way. And you can dual record, and you can change the picture in picture to this particular style. Well, I can just see more of the viewfinder, and then I've just got myself over here in the right corner, or I can go back to where it was initially and just have a split screen effect. Okay. Now we can get out of that. And then we got time lapse and slow-mo. I mean, this is insane. This is gimbal mode. Okay. The camera is optical image stabilized. And so while you're holding the phone in this orientation, while you're recording video, you should not have any shakes at all whatsoever, because it's just like your smartphone is on a gimbal. And you have different modes to where you have follow mode, where, you can, if you're following behind someone, then it's going to be shake free. You've also got pair follow mode. I'm not exactly sure what that does, but stay tuned for the full pristine review, and I have more information on that. And then you got first person view mode. I mean, I don't know, man. This is insane. This is crazy. Now, if we go into settings, this is the settings for this particular mode. Okay, we've got video resolution, which we only have 1080p, which is totally fine with me. Save as EVAC or as HEVC, gimbal mode, shutter speed, shutter sound, grid, watermark, tag locations, and help. Those are the settings for gimbal mode. Okay, like that's ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous tech innovation. Okay, that when you close the display, then it just takes you right back to your normal viewfinder. But that is such a sick way of being able to operate a camera on a smartphone. LG, man, LG. Now, look, let me go ahead and take a photo real quick. Let's see what we got here. Let me just take a quick picture of this iPhone here. Or just nice and fast shutter speed here. Okay, now, again, we've got that 32 megapixel pop-up sensor. Okay, take a quick selfie. That quality is just, oh my goodness. Beautiful. It's Saturday. I'm in my robe. I'm in my lounge gear. But look at that. Look at that photo, man. Look how crispy clean that is, man. Just looking at it through the lens of my Sony camera here does not do this picture any justice. So stay tuned for the dedicated camera review, because I'm going to have this uploaded on it. Again, got the watermark there. That's a picture that I took of my Moto Razr box. And then this is another picture that I took of just the iPhone, just how slim the box is. Remember, they didn't put the charger in it this time around, so the box is much slimmer. And I was telling my boy that, and so I took a picture of how much bigger the regular conventional cell phone boxes are over how small the box is on the iPhone. But that is a super clean picture, ladies and gentlemen. This selfie camera, or this selfie, is extremely gorgeous. Not necessarily me per se, but I'm just saying just the quality of the photo, the lighting, the color saturation, everything. Yeah, man. This is dope right here, man. This is probably one of the coldest devices that have been released this year, in my personal opinion. All right, now we will. So when you don't have the phone in gimbal mode, you've got photo, video, time lapse, and you can just swipe the different modes. Voice bokeh. Take a video that reduces ambient noise and focusness on a voice. Oh wow, that's dope. Okay, here's our photo. Here's our portrait mode. Here's sticker and more. And when we go to more, we've got night view panorama. What is that? Manual camera, manual videos, slow-mo, YouTube live, Cineshot, 360 panorama, and AR stickers. And so that's what you get when you go to more. All right, now at the top left, here's our settings. We've got auto scene optimizer, composition, tips, the save options, photo size. You've got all these different photo sizes that you can choose from here. As you can see, you've got a whole plethora of them. HDRs on auto. I'll keep that on. Save as HEIF. Live photo. Shutter sound. Tracking focus. Grid. Cheese shutter. Add watermark. Tag locations. And help. All right. Here's the aspect ratios. We can have it in 19:9. Or 1:1. Or full screen. But I'm just going to, keep it in 4:3. These are different filters at the bottom that you can use to change the color scheme. This is your flash. Keep that off. Okay, battery's running low. And this is your timer here. Okay, let me see. You've got 3 seconds, 5 seconds, and 10 seconds for the timer. All right. And that's pretty much it for the camera. So I think that's where I'm going to go ahead and stop this one, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the unboxing and the first initial thoughts and impressions for the LG Wing. This is an unprecedented device. This device to me is in a weight class of its own. Just from my observation thus far, man, yeah, this to me is tech innovation at its finest. This is what I'm talking about when I say, innovative tech, LG giving us something new and exciting. And it's not a surprise that it's coming from LG, because LG, they play by their own rules. They move to the beat of their own drum. You know what I mean? And so yeah, man, this is ridiculous. I'm done. All right. So if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to expose yourself to tons of more videos that I've done like this one. Be sure to keep it locked. Check out my whole catalog. I've got a bunch of other videos that are just like this one on multiple different devices. And be sure to hit that notifications bell so that every time my videos go live, you can check out the content. You can be one of the first ones to get it. Check it out. Get down in the comment section and let me know what you think, because the comment section is where I'll be posted up and chilling at. All right. Much love to all of my subscribers. I just recently hit 9,000 subs. I'm not able to upload as consistently as I would like to, just because of my busy lifestyle, full-time father, husband, full-time employment. Because of COVID, there's been some changing going on, so I had to indulge in some courses to get recertified in certain things that had lapsed as far as my medical certifications, new job, man, just a lot of new things going on in 2020, man. This has been a very crazy, hectic year thus far, but I'm grateful. because I'm super blessed, and you know, things could always be worse. And I know that there's a lot of people out here struggling with this pandemic. So my prayers go up to you if that's you. I say keep your head up, continue to keep the faith and trust in the Lord. You know, he'll never put too much on you that you cannot handle. You know what I mean? And he didn't bring you this far just to drop you off at this point. So just keep trusting and believing in him. Things will definitely get better. We will see better days, better times. You know, just keep the positivity and the love, you know, keep believing, you know what I'm saying? And keep supporting your man Pristine. You know what I'm saying? And so this is the LG Wing. I'm your man Pristine, bringing the content. Catch y'all in the next video. Please stay safe, get spiritually fit. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.